liberty, light, but so proudly shouldn't have turned down those cue cards.
Welcome back to the United States of Australia, the only show that will not talk about Stuttering John's tattoo for an hour and a half, 2 hours. No Robbie this week, so I didn't have to think of any funny joke to introduce Robbie other than I got nothing. But you know who is joining us? Is just Josh, as always. How you doing, Josh?
Doing good. How you doing, Ozzy?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there.
You sound a little under the weather.
No, I'm not under the weather. I'm just bothered by the fact that, all right, we all know Robbie has ear problems. He gets his ear infections and all that. And like literal last minute, I discover that Robbie's not going to be here because his big fat fucking ears have let him down again. Yeah.
He was like a coach, right there waiting to that last minute, like the injury is too severe. Can't go.
Yeah, it was a game time decision. Apparently, the decision was not to be here. Also joining us though, back after a brief break from the show, is the man known the world over to have a head like a fucking pineapple. Echo Pineapple, how you doing?
How's it going? Yeah, sorry about that. I had a runny nose for 2 weeks, so I couldn't be on. But I'm struggling for it today. I'll do my best. So we're talking about tattoos, yeah? Stuttering John's tattoos. Tattoos. All right, that's all the tattoo content I've got. Sorry, let's move on.
That deserves 50 million gifted memberships, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. Anyway, thankful to Sneed After Coke, who was there as soon as the show was posted, I believe.
Oof.
Aaron needs to be binge watching 60 Days In. Giving up his food is a bitch move. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the story. What else? Echo, you read this one.
And him yakking it up with the prison guards is a big red flag for a rat. Aaron was so scared he followed the guards around to talk with them, so he's never left alone unprotected. You're right, Sneed. You're right. That's exactly what he did.
That's a pretty solid analysis.
Yeah, sorry.
Daylo is saying no Robbie question mark. I mean, I think I just
Robbie.
made that pretty clear, didn't I?
Yeah, Daylo.
He's hard to miss. I mean, if you don't see him on the screen.
Yeah. And what's this? Hit the like button for Two Fruits and Josh. Oh, Robbie's not here though.
It's not long live Robbie. It's rest in peace, Robbie. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Another ear issue, another eardrum issue. All right. Do we want to like take part in some of the famous banter, or do we just want to get into it?
Oh, banter. Yeah, banter. Let's do some
All
banter.
right. What do you got for some banter?
Banter.
Yeah, I've got some good banter. Josh, go ahead.
Aaron's boring, and April adds nothing. It's gonna be great. We're scripting this morning. Come on. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's gonna be mediocre as fuck. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp.
It is indeed. And your boy didn't do too bad, did he? Is the title of this week's episode. And that's the repercussions of that particular phrase that day. I haven't actually brought up the Channel 9 news. What is it? The Fox 9 Minneapolis clip. I think just about everyone's played it at this point and everyone's seen it. But fascinating part of this so far. Echo.
Yes.
Give me your thoughts on what took place in terms of what do you think about the arrest? What do you think about the charges? And then, yeah, we can talk about Aaron's handling of it.
It's almost as if everyone warning him constantly the kind of stuff that he keeps pushing and keeps talking about, even though when he shouldn't talk about it, that one day he might click and go, hang on, maybe I'm not the right one here. Maybe I'm the one missing out. So, yeah, no, he deserves it. He literally streamed it online. I don't know what he thought would happen. It's not like he did it in like 2005 and he's like, oh, well, that's a thing now, is it? No, he did it,
No.
how many years ago? If that all years ago, it was quite recent, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
within
a
a
few
year.
weeks ago,
It's within
yeah.
a year that he done that. Jesus Christ, oh, he deserves it. I hope he gets bummed.
Yes, Josh, did you catch the charges, Aaron's court appearance, all of that?
I didn't see everything. I've caught some clips here and there this week of Aaron describing his experience in the process of going through the lockup. And my God, he is that is some serious shit.
Yeah,
that's never a good experience. However, he made that out to be. It's not a good experience.
We're going to go to that. We're going to go to Aaron talking about his experience in getting arrested and going to jail. That is coming up. But yeah, you do bring up a good point. I think he has literally gone insane. Like, he is insane at this point. We all knew he'd try and spin it into a win. But what we've got coming up is just absolute insanity to me. Echo, while I try and bring up the first clip, why don't you give a little bit of a lead in with your thoughts on what's about to come?
Right, yeah. So as we said, it's always going to be a win for the toe. Obviously, he only really had two choices here: was kind of expose himself and kind of be like, yeah, obviously I've fucked up. I've gone too far this time, or spin it. So now we have a Shawshank Redemption story from Aaron explaining how amazing jail was and how cool it was, and he pretty much, him and his buddies in jail, were just chilling. So
yes. A shout out My Lost Interests. We love My Lost Interests.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for your work. And I don't have YouTube Premium, so if we get ads, we get ads. I apologize, but it's what we're doing.
Time, cue your gay jokes, go ahead. And then so Tuesday comes around and I get up, I hit the snooze button. I slept till 5:30. I was asleep till 5:10. I slept till 5:30. As I'm getting my shoes on downstairs, there's a knock at the door and a flashlight through the window. And I'm like, motherfucker, come on. I'm just like, everybody, like, it was known that I was coming. And I think because it was known I was coming, that I think that's why they showed up. So
does that make any sense to anyone?
No. So that's one thing that kind of slid past me a little bit the first time I kind of watched this clip was I kind of realized he was trying to make out like, yeah, well, I went down to the jail. I kind of like handed myself, and then you're like, no, that actually didn't happen. Like, what actually happened is apparently he was just on his way on this like Scout's honor, and then they raised his door at like 6 a.m, and he's like, what a coincidence! I was literally just coming to see you guys.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But he'd informed them he was going to turn himself in Tuesday morning. Yeah. It's not a serious thing, so they're like, yeah, all right, come in Tuesday morning, blah, blah. But then they show up at the door. Yeah, very
they were there to make sure his ass was going to be there.
Yeah, they didn't buy a word of it. Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah,
but let's see how it continues.
He comes up. I let him in. I said, hey. Literally, you see me with all my clothes on, and everything. I'm putting my shoes on.
I'm not completely nude. Clearly, I'm sane enough to be clothed when you arrived, so I'm not a danger.
This duffel bag and 10 grand cash that I've got, nothing to do with it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm on my way to see you guys. Kids. Oh yeah, I've got kids. I can't leave anywhere. I've got kids. Apparently, I forget about them.
And people do love to do the comparisons with Stuttering John, and Aaron is a great screenshot man, like pauses.
Yes, yeah, pause
on
and wherever.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Patrick Melton, I think it might have been 2 days ago or whatever. He did this slowdown on Aaron at one point, and it literally did seem like the old O face that Aaron was doing. It was phenomenal stuff. I've not laughed that hard in a while. Just from Patrick Melton slowing down, reversing,
Yeah.
all that. It
Yeah.
was great stuff.
It looks like Aaron's goal face right there. Go!
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get used to that face, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does.
Open it up.
My apologies, my dog's interrupting the
It's
situation.
okay.
Uh,
Good dog.
Hey, he's showing no teeth.
Yeah, he's learned.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose him. You're gonna lose him if you don't.
That's right. Let's continue.
I'm on my way in. I'm coming. As a matter of fact, if I hadn't hit snooze, I'd have been gone already. And he said, the rules are I got to take you. Blah, blah, blah. We walk out together, and he goes, why don't you come down the road a ways? I'll cuff you over here. We'll do it kind of by the corner of the front of the vehicle. We'll do it in front of you. Your neighbors don't have to see. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate that. Thank you. Did a little quick search. Cuffs on in the back. Here's a dick move, and I thought this was funny. He purposely changed the station to 101.7 and the Johnny Rock Show. I feel like that was on purpose. I was dreading this.
I mean,
Did he
this
really?
this guy's picking you up, and he's like, "Oh, this is the guy that was on 101 5 years ago, 4 years ago."
Is it the Aaron Imholt that I'm arresting now?
The Steel Toe Morning Show.
Yeah.
That's
It also
This
seems
is-
like a start of a beautiful relationship between the two. of
Yeah.
them. You know what?
This
I
is
tell you what.
amazing.
Just come over here. I'll arrest you anonymously.
Yeah, they do
Thanks,
that for
man.
everybody. We'll take you down the road so nobody can see what we're. Yeah, nah.
I think that's the only bit of the story I remotely believe, though. That the cops like, if you don't want me to embarrass you, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the only bit. Nothing else.
Right, like this is going to embarrass you. Nothing you've said. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. The news reports that are coming soon. You know.
This all weekend. I've never had anything like this, thrust upon me, shall we say. So I get into the part where they search you. So they bring you in, a couple of doors buzz, you go through those security doors for intake, and they meet you and they take your wallet and your phone and they search you. They don't get you naked and stick shit up your butt. That's not what they do.
Sounds disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, is that what they do? Do they stick shit up your butt?
Is that the story that goes on?
I can say my experience. There was none of that.
Yeah. I
Where
mean, I
are
understand-
those drugs? I'm gonna just stick this up a bit more, see if I can find it.
Yeah, exactly. I can understand maybe a finger goes up there
Yeah,
to try and find something, but yeah, sticking things up the butt seems interesting. Let's continue.
This is going to sound weird to say. The first few minutes of it were fun. I was having a good time.
Wait, is this the things in the butt thing?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I couldn't believe how professional Officer Toma was in the arrest and all of that.
Name drop.
I get to intake, and the first thing the woman says at intake, she goes, "Wow, you're gonna be the best dressed guy here." And I'm like, "Yeah." I get put in the holding cell, where there's some, you kind of see it on TV. There's like 10, 15 people in there. There was one other guy in there. He was in there for a DUI. He smelled. And they gave me a little orange coffee cup that had some cheese and crackers in it. And one of the officers goes, "I think there's one tray still left over for breakfast. Would you like it?" I'm like, "I'm not going to turn it down." Sure.
I mean, this is just a glorious time, isn't it?
Sounds like a peachy fun time. I'm sorry. I just no.
I absolutely love that he took that lady's comment where she goes, "Oh, you're going to be the best dressed boy off the ball," and then later on, he goes, "There was me and this drunk guy who smelled like piss. There's only two of us in the room," and he's like, "I'm the best looking. I've got the best clothes." He's like, "Yeah, he was drink driving and he's pissed his pants."
You notice how he judged him quickly. Yeah, he kind of stunk. He smelled.
Yeah. You're gonna, yeah, exactly. You're gonna be the best dressed person here. It's not a compliment. It's
And he
like,
took it as, ooh,
yeah,
I look good.
yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you doing here, retard?
Jesus.
You're
I
not
get it,
meant to
and
be
it's
here.
a thing of Fruit Loops and this really cheapy cinnamon roll thing. Not the best, but very sticky, whatever. And then an apple juice and a milk. And the first thing I do is I take my apple juice. I would have loved to have this apple juice. I really would have. It would have been a delicious apple juice. But I give it to the DUI guy. He looked like he was having a tough time.
All right, now there's something
Yeah, right.
about this. There's something about this that's actually deeper. And who was it? Something Coke and Sneed or whatever in the chat
yeah,
at the
yeah,
beginning about Aaron being a rat and Aaron being a bitch and hiding around the guards. Apparently, this is a thing. Giving up your juice or giving up something to another inmate in jail is like a bitch move. It's like it's known as, and they'll ask you for your juice, like to see if you'll give it to them and see
Yeah,
if you're a
yeah.
bitch or if
Don't,
you'll
don't
stand up
hurt
for
me.
yourself.
Don't hurt me.
Yes.
Here's my apple juice.
So Aaron's saying, he's telling it like, yeah, I thought I'd give this guy my juice. He looked like he was down on his luck. I was like, I think in reality it was, he went, give me your juice, motherfucker. And he goes, yeah, there you go.
I reckon it was better than that Aussie guy. I reckon he was like super hungover. He just looked over, and like he went.
He gave him his
oh,
juice.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't
Oof.
give you. How rude of me! Terribly. I was thinking, you see people doing all these filters and that, idiots with filters. You know what I mean? But where they can make someone look like a child and speak like a child. I think the last like 10, 15 seconds would be brilliant of him because it'd just be like a kid in school. Like, and then I had some crackers and I had some cinnamon roll, but it wasn't the best cinnamon roll. But then I had apple juice. I gave it to my friend Billy, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you had a great day out, didn't you, Tyke? So much fun.
Let's continue.
And plus, it meant I might be able to butt fuck this guy later if I'm here for too long. And then they take me to my own cell.
Sorry, just quickly, by the way, that's the second reference of things in the butt that he's made.
I think he's looking forward to more stuff happening in jail than this. He's a bit disappointed.
Disappointed that he got separated from the DUI guy.
The guards weren't interested. The other prisoners weren't interested.
He even gave him his apple juice.
And as they take me to my own cell, they're, again, very nice, joking. Yeah, so far they're being like, it's like a hotel stay where you can't leave so far. I mean, they brought me some blankets and, some other stuff. And I don't know if I was supposed to be Mirandized or not.
Well, before we get to that, it's like a hotel stay where you can't leave.
Yeah.
That's the first dropping of that scene. Did you book this in advance? Did you, Aaron?
They brought in blankets and other stuff. What is the other stuff?
I'm surprised he didn't say as well. And I didn't have to pay. The apple juice, nothing. For the blankets, nothing.
Yeah.
Taxpayer funded?
Yeah. Never win for the toe.
But let's see what he goes with next.
Stuff. And I don't know if I was supposed to be Mirandized or not. I was never Mirandized. I don't know if that's an issue. I emailed that to my attorney yesterday. I'm like, nobody ever read me my rights, I mean, nothing. I was never brought into a room and, questioned or anything like that. But I was, I thought that was weird. I was like, I'll keep.
Aaron, you giving your apple juice away to another person is not going to be used against you in this case. None of this is going to be used against you in this case. You fucking retard.
You know what would be great as well is if they came back and went, that's absolutely right. Sorry, we're going to have to bring you in for another day and do all of this again. You're absolutely right. We didn't Miranda. You're absolutely right. Come back in. Yeah.
Wouldn't he have read
no apple juice this time. Sorry, no apple juice.
It's like, wouldn't he have read him his rights when he took him down the street away from his house so it didn't embarrass him in front of his friends?
Yeah,
for sure.
But again, even anything he said in the car on the way there, it's not going to be used against you. Like unless you confessed in the car, I think we're all everything's pretty good here, man.
Wouldn't put it past them.
You probably did.
Yeah.
This
Showing
under
him
my
on
hat
his
till
phone.
after court.
Yeah.
I remember thinking when they put me in the cell by myself, I didn't have too much time to really think or anything like that because one of the officers came up. He goes, "You want a book or something?" I said, "Sure, I'll take a book. Whatever you got." I read like 100, 105 pages. A pretty good book. I get a little sleepy. I took.
All right. We read 100, 105 pages. Pretty good book.
Pretty good book.
Pretty good.
He doesn't seem to really know a whole lot about it.
What the book that you read
Yeah.
so much of? Yeah.
Yeah. He seems to know the general gist that maybe you could have read off the back of the book. Doesn't seem to know 105 pages in. I think you'd have a pretty good understanding. Now, look, I haven't read a book, honestly, probably 10 years at least since I last read a book. But if you
need a
ask
bit
me
of jail
to,
time.
yeah, if you ask me to explain that book to you right now, off the top of my head, I could go, yeah, it was this kid in New Zealand who got charged with the murder of his family. And it was about his fight to get off those charges. So yeah, like it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aaron didn't seem to have a whole lot of insight.
It's
I guess
the
the point
number. It's
Yeah.
the number. It's like a goal
Yeah.
itself. 100,
Yeah.
100 pages. You know.
I think he thumbed through 105 pages. I'll believe that. But,
I
yeah.
guarantee every time that same guard came past, he would flick a few more pages past and be
Yeah.
like, look, page 40.
Yeah.
You've only been gone like 20 minutes. Look how quick I am at reading.
Thanks for this book, bro.
Buddy.
And 105 pages in, I think Melton said this, so I'm not going to take credit for it. But you're probably going to, if it's that good a book, you're probably going to order it, aren't you? Or say,
I was thinking, yeah.
can I take it home and bring it back or whatever? Like,
Well, they're such good
Yeah.
friends, they probably would lend it to him.
do you know what I love? Like the Nick Rekieta haters, like they're blinded. I feel like they're blinded by the hate for Nick, where they have this little bit of a love-hate relationship with Aaron, where they don't see how absolutely retarded this guy is. Like, he is so stupid at how he's handling all of this. Like, Nick is like at least a little bit charismatic and charming. You know, this guy has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. And it's to me, it's way more fun. But hey, I don't follow the Nick Rekieta stuff, so I'm certainly not defending the guy. I'm just saying, seems a little bit more interesting in terms of.
Yeah, our idiot looks more entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying is, yeah, I don't hate any of these people. I don't give a shit about what happens to any of them. This guy just seems more fun to me than Nick Rekieta, you know? Open your eyes to Aaron Imholt, I guess is what I'm saying.
He's a certified insane psycho.
He is losing the plot. BetterHelp does not want anyone to know that Aaron Imholt is using BetterHelp, because since he started using BetterHelp, go back over the last 3-4 months of Aaron Imholt since he started using BetterHelp, this man has got more and more insane as the days have progressed, and this story continues to get more and more insane.
2 naps while I was in there. So yeah, like I just took my blankets, took the little mattress they have, put it up on the bench there, laid down, out like a light. Took a nap before court. Then did court, didn't have to say a word. I was just sitting there, a mannequin, a statue.
Sorry, yeah, I do have to pause there again. A nap before court. A lot of people have thrown this word around. If he legitimately had a nap before court,
He's a psycho.
he is a sociopath
Yeah.
or a psychopath.
I was just thinking,
Yeah.
there's got to be something in it where people go, if you're innocent, you know, you just can't stop kind of like thinking about it, like what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
How could you take a nap?
Whereas if you know you're guilty, you're like, well, I'm either going to get away with it or I'm not. You know, let's just let's close our eyes for it.
Exactly. So, anyway, let's continue.
Todd and I talked beforehand, pretty informal. You know, that whole process is not like, I'm going to prove this is bullshit and all that. You don't do that there. It's just you stand there. They tell you, you can't talk about this, that. See you later.
I love how he tells the audience, like it's like he found out while he was there. He's like, oh, I don't have to defend myself today. Oh,
nice.
it's just a bail hearing or whatever. Like, we all knew this, Aaron. You know, like, we knew this was just about bail and shit. You don't have to prove your innocence today. Yeah, he always does this. And it's what makes you think his audience are morons. And I don't like to label a group of people because Aaron does that all the time. And we're going to get to that a little bit further on. But his audience, the people that are genuine fans of his, like they are clearly mentally deficient, right? Like there's no other way to describe it.
Yeah, don't label him or nothing. That's fine.
No.
Get the fuck out of here. And then you get the fuck out of there. So I'm reading the book. I'm taking a nap, go to court, read the book, take a nap, and then I'm out. Well, they booked me. And by the way, can we have an honest discussion? Are you guys just going to be all day? Or can we have an honest discussion about that mugshot?
Jeez.
Honestly, I was terrified about having a mugshot. That's one of the best mugshots you've ever seen.
It's on the thumbnail of this episode.
That's
I
pretty
don't know.
cocky right there.
Echo, you seen it? What do you think of the mugshot?
It's nothing to be proud. Like I can't really relate. Like if you want to ask me, is that an okay picture of this weird looking guy? Yeah, sure. It's an okay picture of a weird looking guy. He's not pulling a stupid face. You can't see all of his extremities. Sure, but it's a picture of you doing something bad, you idiot. Like it's not something to be proud of. You're not Donald Trump. You're not a fucking cowboy from the 1800s. You're a fucking sex pest who's been committing crimes online.
It was his second trip to court within a fortnight, within 2 weeks.
He's making Chad look good, isn't he? Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking story time with the guards.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's one of the best ever. By the way, if you have a theory about the Fox 9 story, and if there's a guy who either has a firm or knows somebody, you're correct. That was, I'm not big enough for that story. A guy was involved with that.
What does that mean? I've heard this talked about, Eccles. Do you have any more insight? My two theories are Nick pushed for it for somebody he knows, or it was Will Heron who contacted somebody.
I don't think he would hint that Will Heron is above him. Like, even though in these specific media areas, like he would definitely have the contacts and what have you, or should have anyway. But yeah, I think he's more going with the Nick direction on that. But I can't say anything, but I can heavily imply it's like, oh, you've been told a few times to stop fucking doing that, haven't you? Maybe you should start listening eventually.
Yeah,
one day.
One day.
A guy was involved with it. Hey, you know what? I got it. I hear you. I get it. Look at me. I got color. I'm all tan and shit. I've seen mugshots.
Again,
he's not even that good a normal photo. He's just a weirdo, isn't he? Look at him.
Again, we mentioned the word sociopath earlier. Isn't this like just a little smug grin on his face?
It doesn't.
I think I told Scoop American Psycho. He's giving me those vibes.
Really? I don't feel like I feel like this is effort, for him to kind of portray himself as, who
would smile for their mugshot anyway, or
a genuine psycho would, yeah. But I think he's forcing himself to, because he's so obsessed with his persona of being in front of 300 people or whatever on his show, that he thinks, I've got to make sure it's a cool picture, that I'm not losing, He should.
No, I agree with you, but that's the thing about it. Like you should feel so defeated in this moment, and that's the point, and that's why a smiling mugshot is like a really bad look.
Yeah,
you should feel defeated in this, but this guy has to drag himself out of that because he can't let the haters win. And oh my god. Like the haters have taken over his show. It's
taken over his life. Look at him. He's literally going to jail for stuff, and he's more interested in trying to make sure he doesn't lose with his mugshot than he is maybe the photo that the judge is going to see and be like, "What the fuck is this creep smiling at?" When I'm going to have to be like looking at his case later on. Like, what is he smiling?
Also taking naps and reading books while maybe sitting back and going, what the fuck have I done over the
Yeah.
last few months? Like,
No remorse. No
I've
remorse. they
really
say for him.
talked
Yeah.
myself into some bullshit over the last few months. Like, none of this shit comes about for him if he didn't run his mouth so much,
Yeah.
you know? And the harassment restraining order from his first ex-wife, that was about before Rekitas and that got arrested. Like, he's trying to separate. Like, you were in legal trouble already before the Rekitas were in legal trouble. Like, it's
Yeah.
just a lot of people forget that side of things. But anyway, all of this shit's going against his record as well.
Mm.
Like, the fact that he's already broken a harassment restraining order is why he got $75,000 bail that he
Yeah.
had to post. Like this idiot just thinks, oh, like, yeah, you just put your hand up and admit to what you did wrong. No, that's going to cost you later, dude. Like, try and fight your way out of this shit,
Oh, for
or
sure.
shut the fuck up.
For sure. I think he's gonna get a sudden realization at one point where he's gonna realize, yep, smugging my picture, like showing no remorse whatsoever when I'm in jail, like with the guards and what have you. And halfway through the case, he's gonna start kind of realizing and crying and kind of like, I should have known better. I'm so sorry. And they're gonna go, bullshit. None of that did you show at any point until just now. So it's clearly an act. And he's gonna go, fuck.
He'll realize he shouldn't have given his apple juice away on that first day.
He's going to be thirsty.
Some would say he gave his apple juice away to Nick Rekieta.
So people are pale and look like warmed over death, and like they're sad, and their faces are drawn, whatever. That, fuck you guys. I stand by that mugshot. That's a good mugshot. I came out of court and one of the female officers was like, oh, I'll just take this bag of piss and I'll dispose of it. And I'm like, oh, there's a bag of piss. That's they got a bag of piss.
Does anyone believe
that's a nice nickname for him?
Like, that sounds like good point.
Bag of piss.
They're talking about taking him back to his cell. Take this bag of piss. He's like, what bag of piss?
Yeah. But no, that sounds like down at the Improv where you've got to explain what's in your hands. I guess
God.
I'll just carry this bag of. Do you think one of the cops at the jail literally walked out saying, I guess I'll carry this bag of piss out? No.
She rolled her eyes and everyone started laughing in the audience. It was a great line.
Exactly. Yeah. He just verbalized what he witnessed, which is weird.
Yeah. She just
Hey, I watched one of them walk through with a bag of piss. No, he had to make her verbalize it.
That's interesting enough. That's interesting enough. Being like, this cop was just carrying a bag of piss. Jesus Christ, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crikey.
He's a bizarre man.
Mm.
He really is. And he's losing his mind.
He's assuming it's piss and not apple juice.
Something happened while I was in there. No, everybody was cool. Everybody was really nice. No complaints about that part of it. It took a little while between court and getting me out of there. Like, after I was booked and fingerprinted and mugshot and the whole thing, it took a while to get out of there. I don't know what that was all about. But I laid down, I took a nap, and when I woke up, they were opening the door and saying, "You're free to go." Sounds good to me. So that was my day in jail. That was
maybe he was sleeping and they didn't want to wake him up.
You know what the worst part about being in there is? What one of the things I wanted, the one thing I wanted that I didn't get was, I was like, God, I don't know why I just kept thinking this. I was like, you know what would really pass the rest of this time real easy? If someone would just come in here and talk Vikings with me. Like, I'm excited about the start of the season, and I just wanted to talk about the Vikings. Other than that, no complaints.
Do you know what I love about that? Is the fact that, dude, you got a show. You do a show every day. I know you get caught up in begging for money. If you want to talk Vikings, you can talk about Viking on the show. You could take calls. I know you have that ability. You could take calls. People will talk Vikings with you. If maybe you remembered, you do a fucking show, man, and you can talk about whatever the fuck you want. Absolute insanity to me.
Exactly. I like that he was like, yeah, so overall 7 out of 10. All right, Day.
I'd almost
recommend. Yeah.
I'd almost guarantee the drunk guy was a Viking fan in the first place.
Probably. All right, the next one we're going to on this Steel Toe supporters, haters, and community. I think this is Stalin 19 on this occasion. It's helping us out. In fact, is there any interesting chats that have popped up, or do we just continue?
If there's any interesting chats, chuck them up.
I don't know. I've not been paying attention to the chat because I'm sharing the screen.
Oh, I can't put them up, can I? So why would I be looking
No,
at
I
the
know.
chat?
Yeah, I just don't know if you guys are. Fuck it. I'll just keep doing the show that I was doing, eh?
No, they're all boring. Hughesy's here,
Yeah.
boring.
Oh, Hughesy's here. There's no problem.
Antisocial.
Black
Hey,
Robbie.
Oh,
Black
Pretty
Robbie.
Antisocial is here. That's great.
Beloved
Haley.
chatter.
Shout out
Dayla,
Haley.
obviously. JR Carl.
Ella, of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
cool.
beloved Chatter's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope he said something funny. Anyway.
Better comments, please, guys, and then we'll bring them up. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even see it because I've got a window over it.
Oh,
Anyway.
no.
Getting so many messages of support, so many people being remarkably cool, so many people just,
He said the secret word.
Cool.
Cool. Just sending it like so many people want to be like on my staff. It's amazing. You send this. I'm not going to tell people not to send me things that they're, because a lot of people are like, look what this person said. Look what this person said. Send this in. And while, not everything people sent me is stuff I can send in or is valid or whatever, I can tell you we both appreciate it. It's really gotten the ball rolling on a lot of shit.
Now, what do you think that on the internet that could be sent to Aaron or his lawyer that would be helpful to their case? Because other than Gino not testifying to corroborate the text was received, he's pretty much cooked, right?
You would think so, but someone made a brilliant point. They're on a much better show than this. I can't remember who it was. And they were essentially saying you could just stick with, it's a bit. I'll show you some of my other bits that I do. I get it that it's very convincing. And I guess the main issue they have with it is that she mentioned a tattoo on her body, which I agree would put you more in the avenue of you're fucked. But the only chance you got of going is, yes, I've got a very warped sense of humor. I did let him know, mention the tattoo on the right breast or whatever, just to kind of sell the joke. Bad joke. I shouldn't have done it. But
No,
that's
that is
the
the
only
thing.
chance. Yeah, that's the only chance you got.
Because it's a show and he calls it a comedy show. Not sure
Satire.
about that, but yeah, I don't have the balls to call this a comedy show, but I try and be funny. But
trying.
yeah, thanks. But no, that's what the angle you'd take. It's like, oh, this is satire, this is comedy. Like we're not doing anything real. But then there's all the other stuff that they use to gather evidence against Nick Rekieta, where they kind of need him to have been like a credible person talking seriously, talking honestly. So he's kind of in a tough position. Do I save myself or take down the Rekieters?
Take him down, say I'm credible, or say you can't believe a word I say.
Exactly.
So don't worry about it.
He's in a tough
He's
spot.
fucked.
He's a tough spot.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for scouring the internet for these things.
This is going to come up a little bit further on. This is going to become a theme, but very happy about people scouring the internet for stuff when it's helping him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But when Citizen M is compiling one of his amazing, effectively documentaries, they're not even clips, the documentaries that Citizen M puts together. When Citizen M's doing that, he's mentally deranged and all of that stuff. Like he's one of the problem childs of the internet. Clip it, Citizen M. Clip it.
And it just people have been so nice, man. People know what this is. That's the thing that I keep just being so, I don't know what the word is, relieved, encouraged, excited by, is that so many people just know exactly what this is. And I appreciate it. And
now he's excited by the fact that other than the few retards that give him money, everybody knows what this is, and it's he on a live stream. He's now making like almost global news for his the idiot that did revenge porn live on air.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's a great angle as well, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
ugh.
We all know what this is, Aaron. Keep trying to weasel your way out of it. But again, you've been dogging Nick for months. And again, I'm not a Nick Recader guy. I'm not defending Nick. All I'm saying is you've been dogging Nick to tell him to own up to his crimes and, say sorry to God or whatever. Why don't you just own up to what you did, Aaron? Just own up, say sorry to God, and we can all move on.
We're not going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Milton's BMI with $10 says, please be as condescending and degrading to Melton's fans even more. It's so hilarious watching them seethe. I don't have to do anything to make them seethe. People think I do things to make them seethe. You just either ignoring them makes them seethe, smiling makes them seethe. They're a very sensitive, weird bunch. I mean, they follow a guy who makes regular sexual comments about underage children. These aren't people of a high stock.
Now,
unfortunately, I do have to admit that I'm one of those people not of a high stock.
I love that he's like, yeah, so bad, all the stuff he says about children. Anyway, here's a letter from my actual child.
Yes.
Let me read
out
this.
to you guys 1 second.
That's why, and look, I'm not here to sweep for Melton or defend Melton.
Someone's got his hats.
Yeah, I do actually. Anyway, but no, Melton to an uncomfortable level makes jokes about kids and stuff like that. But I gotta say, Bill Cosby wasn't known for his rape jokes, and you know what I mean. You might think it's gross, but Patrick Melton isn't harming any children.
As far as we know, yeah.
As far as I guess, yeah. I mean, the sight of him probably does harm children. So
oh, Jesus. But I don't mind what you joke about. As long as it's actually a joke, do whatever you want. And if I don't like it, guess what? I'll watch something else, and that's what everyone should do. Don't watch something else now, though. Keep watching this. It's fine.
No, keep watching this.
In general.
Yeah, but no, and this is the point Milton's pointed out, and that's what's funny about this is Aaron is now hoping that Patrick has done harm to children, so it could
fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly, to deflect away from what he's been up to.
Fucking weirdo. Yeah.
Damage he's been causing,
It doesn't take much to rattle their cage. These people are absolute mongoloids who think they're winning in everything, and they sit on a Discord all day and go, who can we dox next? Who can we call next? What number can we spoof next? And you're like, this is what you do all day? You understand the rest of us just think you're broken inside. No! And then all caps, you're all broken. Okay. It's kind of a Melton and his audience are kind of the classic case of create your own community and never leave it, never go outside of it. And anytime something from the outside comes in to show you what a delusion you've built for yourself, just attack it and start screaming.
So it's like the Hollow Earth.
Well, a few weeks ago, I tried a game called Name That Projection. This week, I'm going to go with I'll Explain That Projection.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Yeah, he just said how we're all I'm one of these people, and all these people that make fun of Steel Toe. We create all these wins in our head. You know what I mean? And then when somebody comes in and points out our delusion, we just scream and get mad and attack. Do any of us talk about winning against Aaron? Is it
No.
who talks about winning? Who talks about winning? Is it Aaron Immelt stacking W's?
Yeah, I think the closest you come to is saying how often he loses. I guess that's as close as people get to kind of saying I'm winning, because you'd be like, well, if he's losing, we're kind of winning.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
W
By
right?
proxy, yeah.
But it's the W's and losses that he creates that we're talking about. Well, yeah, you did lose in that situation. But anyway, point being is he's the one talking about W's, and nobody here, aren't we just having a good time, having a laugh at this moron? It's not about winning. There's the last time I won something, actually, it was this morning in a game of Uno. I dominated my 5-year-old son, smashed him in a game of Uno. That was my last W.
Never let him win. No,
I'm going to be a hard ass like that. Anyway.
Just screech as loud as you can. So I appreciate the $10 and I appreciate the compliment and the encouragement, but I'm not doing anything. They do this all to themselves. It's actually kind of baffling. They certainly, the fat guy included, they don't like hearing that either.
Again, talking about they do that to themselves. Does Aaron have any court appearances without running his mouth and doing it to himself?
I don't think so. I was just going to ask as well, not that off topic, but does he ever look directly at the camera, or is he always like kind of having to look
looking at
away?
himself.
Yeah. I, honestly, I was looking. Maybe I should pay more attention to what he's saying. But for the last 3 minutes, he was just not looking at the camera at all. It's creepy. So
It is. All right, let's see what happens here.
User Doug Peterson also questioning the department's behavior about a local news outlet ran by a former police officer, quoting harassment. Gallegos response.
Harassment of a news organization. You understand the news has carte blanche to harass the fuck out of people. Hi. Interesting that you don't get the other side of a story before you run with it, but that's fine. That's okay. It's not like you were in cahoots with the guy who planted the story for you. I get it. I understand. You're a hack. It's fine. You're a hack. Rachel with $2 says...
It's funny, though. Isn't it funny that... Like, I get it. Like, that was a hatchet job that's done on him in that Fox 9 report. But, like, you don't understand the irony here, Aaron? That
what exactly does he want as well? Does he want him to go?
Yeah.
But to be fair, you know, like we've not seen it from his side. So like all we know for a fact is that he literally did it online streaming. But you know, let's be fair. It's a news story about this. That's all you're going to get, unfortunately. That's it.
I love the fact that they contacted him while he was in jail to get a comment and he couldn't respond.
No comment.
That's very funny to me. Yeah, it's very funny.
The Law Pope lost credibility with me, so I'm here. Well, thank you very much. I don't mind how you got here, but the fact that you're here. And by the way, on this show, the Law Pope is now officially Sean from Potentially Criminal.
A guy that's friendly to Aaron. So he likes his takes on the law. He hates Fricada, friendly to Aaron.
Sean is officially the Law Pope, although we should probably retire that term. It seems cursed. I only recognize one true Pope, and that is Sean and his brilliant Stonies reads and legal takes. Rusty Grammar says, really good show today. Suck it, Patty, 3 seats. Well, they're really coming after him hard. I mean, they're digging up stuff on him that's going to make it hard for him to show his face. JH.
They're digging up stuff that Patrick said on his podcast over the past 20 years. That's going to make it hard for him to show his face, even though he's said these things and broadcast them out to the world and hasn't removed them.
Shocking. I'm getting told that he stares at himself on a big TV, so thank you, Walker.
Yeah.
Says, Aaron, thoughts on Vito and Dick splitting up? I didn't know they had. I don't keep track of that part of the internet. That's not going to be good for either one of them. Shitty deal, I suppose. Somebody
Good
sent me
thoughts.
this. This is interesting. He says, I don't understand Citizen M. He acts like he's your ally, but then runs back to the NLO Discord and tries to cozy up to them. Dude is strange. I'm going to say this right now. If you spend any time in the NLO Discord, whether you're a fan of Patrick or not, no offense, and I mean this with all due respect, you don't have enough going on in your life. And I'm not saying that to make fun of you. I'm saying try to find something. Try to find something worth being passionate about. I would say the same if you were in a Steel Toe Discord all day. Like, I would never endorse a Steel Toe Discord. People created one once. I don't give a fuck about it. I never had anything to do with it. I think that Discord is fuck.
Frozen? Is it me frozen? Am I the only one here?
No, you're not frozen, Echo.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ozzy looks frozen.
Is the video frozen? Yeah.
I think we froze in time.
Okay, we're going to take some chats. So, right. So, beloved chatter says, Sean called Aaron the king of the cucks on the show I saw. beautiful, brilliant. Oh, thank God he's gone. Right, let's discuss American football. Come on, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh shit, he's back. Never mind.
Fuck,
He's
I
back.
don't
He's
know
back.
I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Faulty Google Chrome, I think, pal.
Yeah.
That's another win for the toe.
What
Got
was I
ya.
saying? What was I saying?
You were saying play,
Oh.
and then yeah.
Hang on. He was talking about Discord. Hang on.
Okay. I think it's just way too much. Like, if you're asking me, hey, what level of immersion in something is too much? The answer will always be Discord. Reddit's probably too much immersion, but
Or
Discord's
CP.
way too much.
All right. So that was what I wanted to do. All right. So Discord would be too much.
Your volume's shit, just so you know.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, it's great. Never mind.
We all right now? Am I good?
You sound? I can hear you.
Okay,
All right,
cool.
good. So Discord is his ultimate level of too much immersion, and Reddit is, it's right there. Right?
Yes.
So I did some Google searching just to for those that because I'm not on Discord. Right? I have a Discord account, and I recorded a 5-in-5 with Echo Pineapple on
Yeah.
Discord and hated the experience.
Back in the day.
Yeah, you remember that, Echo? I hated the
Oh.
experience of doing that.
Oh, I hate you doing it with you as well. You.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
good.
No, go on. Sorry, go on.
But no, I don't know about Discord. I'm not familiar with Discord.
Yes.
Reddit, I'm on Reddit. I've learned Reddit over the last couple of years, but
So
I
old.
went to Wikipedia. Can we all agree that Wikipedia, we all kind of trust Wikipedia? Like, yeah, people can edit it, but they get on top of that shit pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it's generally, for the very most part, factual information, right?
Exactly.
So Reddit's wiki page says Reddit is an American social news aggregation, content rating, and forum social network. Registered users, commonly referred to as Redditors, submit. Anyway, point being, right, it's describing like a forum, isn't it?
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
message board, whatever. All right, so that seems pretty standard. Yeah, I'm sure there's crazy people on there.
Mhm.
Saying crazy things, doing crazy things, but it mentions them having moderators and all that.
Yes.
So let's go over to Discord. What does Wikipedia say about Discord?
To say.
It's an instant messaging and voice over IP social platform, which allows communication through voice calls, blah, 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 blah. It used to be like big for gaming, or still big for gaming, streaming gaming. 150 million monthly active users, 19 million weekly active servers. Like, Discord seems again to be like a large portion of people, a decent cross-sectional area of the internet. Doesn't seem too scary or crazy, does it? Pop quiz, fellas. What's Aaron Imholt's favorite forum? What's that been lately?
MySpace.
All right, yeah, you went with kind of a joke answer, but no, Aaron loves to go to Kiwi Farms.
Yes, exactly. That was my
Yeah.
next answer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kiwi
he
Farms.
loves the Kiwi Farms. They've got the dirt on Ricada, and they're all going after Ricada. So I went to the Kiwi Farms Wikipedia page. Kiwi Farms, formerly known as Quickie Forums, is a web forum that facilitates the discussion and harassment of online figures and communities. Their targets are often subject to organized group trolling and stalking, as well as doxing and real-life harassment. These actions have tied Kiwi Farms to the suicides of 3 people
Jesus
targeted by
Christ.
members of the forum. This is the header on the Wikipedia page.
Beautiful.
That's too
beautiful.
good.
And I could go on. I could scroll down a little bit further. Kiwi Farms' connection to several controversies and harassment campaigns has caused the forum to be blocked by internet service providers
Brilliant.
or refused service by company. I could go on and on and on. Point being, this guy is lambasting people that just want to laugh at his expense by going on a Discord and cracking jokes with each other. Meanwhile, he's on the site that's literally designed to make people kill themselves.
Yeah.
I know I might have done damage to our channel by saying that. But anyway,
Don't kill yourself.
yeah, I just thought that was fascinating by the fact that he's so harsh on Discord and Reddit, and the website he goes to, like, that's just the Wikipedia header. Brilliant.
Well, everything he does is better.
Citizen M says, I need a
Yeah.
community, but no one will have me. You don't, though. You don't need a community. You know what your community could be, M? Your community. You know what my community is, other than part-time the county jail? My community is my neighbors, my friends, my family members, the boxing gym I go to, and the people I either train or coach with, or spar with. It's those kind of people.
Yeah, the cool
That's
people.
my community.
It started off with a nice Kamala word salad there.
Did you notice? Did you notice none of his community are the people that donate $350 to $600 a day to him? Like none of those people are his community.
The ones who chant N-word things at each live shows. Why doesn't he mention that part of his community?
Do you
Appreciate every part of your community, pal. Come on.
Do you think if he was and I'd like someone to actually, maybe super chat him and ask him who he thinks his highest donor is in his chat
Right.
now, because I think if you went to Carl or Shuley or Patrick,
Does he have a David Chandler? Is that what you're kind of getting at? Does he have a specific?
Well,
donor?
it used to be David Chandler. Like if you
Right.
asked him 12 months ago,
Mm.
who's your top donor, he'd say David Chandler for sure.
Mm.
I think right now, if you asked him, he would not have a clue who
Mm.
his top donor is, and he'd struggle to name who actually gives him money because I don't think he actually pays attention to who's giving him money.
Yeah.
Anymore. Now, if you were to ask me who's my top donor or our top donor here at United States Australia, I would immediately say Shmuel Buckman.
Oh.
Shmuel Buckman has made 2 donations to this program, and we love Shmuel.
Good work, Shmuel.
At the show. But there's people that are here week in, week out that support us. Daylar's here constantly now and wants to be a mod, and Gang Lizard's been hanging around. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. Hughesy's always here. All these different people. I don't know that Aaron could actually name the people that are supporting him. He's just who's next to give me money.
Yeah, I think it makes it tricky as well, Aussie guy, because he's got a list in his head of the people that he says gives him money, and he's got a list on the
That's a
other
good
side
point.
who actually do. So he's like, oh, wait, actually, no, there's some guy I keep saying gives us $50 every week, which gets us over that goal. So
He can't name
technically-
them, but
Yeah.
he knows the name of the guards and his buddies there at the fucking prison.
exactly. Dayla contributes, exactly.
Daylar does contribute always.
Hey, there we
We
go.
appreciate you, Daylar. Let me go back. We've got a little bit left of this clip.
People on the internet, that's called a parasocial relationship. When I go to boxing tonight, that's my community. You check it. Hey, how's this thing going? Hey, heard you were going to be doing this soon. Hey, blah, blah, blah. One of the guys got married. Hey, how's the new family and everything? I hang out with my neighbor.
Even that there is so unnatural and fake. Like he's got this shit prepared in his head.
Yeah.
There's a guy there. I just got married. I should ask him, how's the new family and stuff. You know what I mean? Like not just
be normal. Just
not
chat.
just listening to another person
Yeah.
during a conversation and going, oh yeah, I took in a bunch of stuff. Oh, like you might have noticed he mentioned his favorite football team, that he supports, and you can like bring up a conversation like that. No, it's just I'll ask him about his new fan. Anyway, he's just so unnatural.
Yeah,
and I think he would be terrible to hang around with.
Oh, for sure.
Where I'm like, hey, can we do karaoke this weekend? The kids want to do karaoke. We'll have a few beers. We'll sing some songs. All right, cool. Sounds good. My cousin texted me yesterday. You want to come over and watch a game on Thursday? And I said, maybe after boxing, I'll stop by. He says, we can have a cigar. We can have, he only says cigar and soda. He doesn't really drink.
Why is this a show? Why?
This
Why-
this show.
Yeah, exactly right. Nobody gives a fuck what I was doing earlier. Yeah, I mowed my lawn today. Do you know that?
To be fair, you gave him shit about not talking about other topics. This is his other topics. If he's not
Yeah, well-
talking about the goal, he's like, oh, well, my community is boxing.
The boxing community.
I smoke cigars. Remember I smoked cigars? What else?
Yeah.
Revenge porn. That's about it. That's all I've got.
Even if he had an 8-ball on him, I wouldn't hang out with his ass. Like, do your own toots.
He would be the worst person to hang out with on drugs. Like, he's already a little bit high strung and too fucking eager.
Beloved
Yeah.
Chatter's fucking got it though. He wants to do karaoke. I understand. If you're at work too and you're absolutely smashed and you're like, oh, I'm gonna sing I kind of get it. But he actually is like, no, I want to sing every week as often as I can and show people how good my bad singing is.
He wants to do karaoke. No kid wants to go to a garage
Yeah, I know.
and do
So true.
karaoke with
Yep.
your dorky. Yeah, 100%.
Got it.
He's nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
You want to
and
get out of it, write Daddy a letter.
I used to do a bunch of karaoke like in my 20s and that. And but the joy of it was being in a bar,
Yes.
like a packed bar, and getting that packed bar to sing along with you or get into what you're doing. Like having a few neighbors around and singing in the garage. That's
Together.
embarrassing.
Can I
That is
sing a
so
song to you,
painful.
Aussie guy? Can I sing a song to you for 3 minutes? And then afterwards, can you sing a song to me for 3 minutes?
Exactly.
That's essentially what you're saying.
Yeah. It's insanity.
He would not be fun to hang out with.
Another good point from Beloved Chatter. Smoking cigars while doing karaoke lets
There you
Aaron
go.
pretend
Yep.
to be Kumia and Gino at the same time. Yep. He has no personality. He has no identity of his own. He's just always trying to grab from other people, and you hear that Kumia cadence constantly. And his delivery. And sometimes if you close your eyes and listen to an Aaron story, you're like, this sounds like if Kumia was like really fucking drunk or something on the show.
Well, you know, the weird stuff that you do now, Aussie guy. You sit around listening to it with your eyes closed, going, oh, that sounds a bit like Anthony Cumia. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
All right, fair enough.
creep.
Move on. All right, you're a creep.
I think I might have a beer or two.
Oh, good.
That's your community. You know,
A beer or two? Yeah.
that's your community. Honky says Melton's community is Nambla. I don't know anything about that.
Nambla.
That's what your community is, man. Elza Belza says your community is called service.
Get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so SB says she will come over for karaoke, but no virtual reality karaoke, weirdo. All right, fair enough. That's what we call in relationships, we call that a compromise. If you will, baby.
So that was
Introducing
an ad.
AI
Advert
thinking.
time, advert time, advert time.
I thought I'd hit pause before I got there.
So close.
That ending there was like attempt at a Kumia for sure.
Yeah.
That was like, very gross. Very, very gross. Any thoughts on that clip, fellas, before I move to the one last clip we have?
I think we kind of covered it whilst we was going, to be fair. It worked
I
pretty-
wasn't sure if you had anything else to add before I moved on to this one. Like, this one's a fair bit shorter. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I like to get back to the Johnny Crutches stuff.
Oh, yeah, good old Johnny Crutches.
And I caught this one from My Lost Interest, and I thought it was worth talking about.
Hooters girl says, why no Johnny this? There was only one show where Johnny would have been on, and that was on Wednesday. And given what I had gone through, I kind of wanted to be on by myself. Talk about it.
What did you go through, Aaron? I thought it was a hotel stay. Wasn't
It's
it?
lovely.
Wasn't it a hotel that you just weren't allowed to check out until a certain time, and everyone
Nice.
loved you, thought you were hilarious, you were joking and gagging, and having a great
Nice
time.
blankets and a book
Yeah.
they brought you to read.
I just realized something. The only problem he had with it was he couldn't leave, but he was there for a day, so he could leave. So it was like a hotel stay, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio's a little bit shit.
So-
Just a heads up. I don't know if that's
That's all.
anything you can do about it.
I mean, that's it.
Oh,
Everybody,
God,
the internet really does unfortunately turn grown-ups into children, and it really is too bad. Just like little gossipy playground kids. Try not to become that person. A lot of you do a great job with that, by the way, of not becoming that person. But
I mean, didn't he go on a gossip tour after his wife
much.
was arrested?
Pretty much any show that would take him. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He It was a little bit of a gossipy princess that time.
It's they'll be like, oh, this person wasn't here for one day. What's the drama? What's the scoop? And you're like, I went to jail and I wanted to talk about it, and I didn't want to like bounce it off of a co-host. I wanted to just like Steel Toe has been my show for over 10 years. And there are going to be some days where I'm just going to go, this is going to be an Aaron show. Yeah.
Some days.
Every
Some
day.
days.
Some days. I feel like I need to be your IT assistant. We've got an update from Scott Burton. Your mic is disconnected from something, either a driver or a hardware connection, or you suck. You're a stupid Australian idiot, is what he said.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
said, he said most of it. He said most of that.
wait, so my mic's not connected.
No, we can hear you, but I'm just letting you know there's some
Hey, let me just check
shenanigans
my-
from when you came back in. Yeah.
How about that? Is that better?
Oh, that's amazing. What did you do?
Oh,
Can't even hear you.
Right?
What?
It was amazing.
No, it's great. Go on, speak.
Don't even worry about what happened. All right?
Yeah, perfect. Is it the thing I told you in private chat like 10 minutes ago?
I don't look at private chat, sorry.
I was trying to help the man. Right, okay, back to Steel.
Well, wow. So nothing I've said recently has been coming across to anyone, or what?
Only for the last hour and 4 minutes, mate. We've not heard a word.
Good.
First minute, perfect.
All right, well, that's all right then. No, since the crash, obviously.
No, it's been okay. It's been legible. Don't worry.
All right. I hope so.
So I'm sorry. I wish I had something bigger for you. I wish I
says
had
that to
more
all the
drama
girls.
for you, but it's literally just.
Oh yeah.
I told Johnny, like, I want to go on. I kind of want to talk about this and whatever. And I don't want to, my thing is I don't want people to look bored on screen. And like, if Johnny doesn't give a fuck about it or whatever, I do have to take people to co-host school a little bit. It's like, if you're a co-host, what's his name? Adam Carolla had this problem with his Allison Rosen. He's like, sometimes she just didn't give a fuck what I'm talking about. And in fairness, your job as co-host is to, even if you're not interested, pretend you're interested and seem interested, and then pump it up for the rest of the audience.
You gotta pump it up, don't you know?
Yeah, that's a great point, Aaron. Now, look, I'll tell you, I don't consider myself a tremendous host of a podcast. I don't think I'm great at it, but I do have a.
No, you are, Aussie guy. You're so.
No. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. I'm making a point. But I have an understanding of broadcasting and how shows should move and how you should interact with people. And if you've got people on your show, you should interact with those people. Maybe, Aaron, Johnny's disinterested because you don't give a fuck about anything Johnny has to say. He's not yucking away like Matt does, because Matt will just giggle and go, yeah, Aaron. Johnny's kind of sick and tired of just sitting there while you just talk at him rather than talk to him.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be the problem.
Now on the head, Aussie guy, I think. Good point.
Thank you.
Let's continue on. I don't fucking remember where I left off. Full Fathom says the Johnny era may be over. Yeah, no, it's not over. McBuster says fucking
laugh.
co-host help is hard to find. Well, Johnny's going off to California soon, so yeah. My thing about like Johnny and him being like, when I go to California, I'm not going to do overtime. I'm like, when you go to California, you shouldn't have to work. Like, he's sitting there, unless Aaron pays me more, I'm not doing overtime. I'm like, pays you more? I was going to pay you to be on vacation.
Does anyone believe that?
I don't believe that.
No,
one
for a
bit.
second.
Anyone believe he's going to
Not
pay
for
him
a
while he's
second.
on?
To be on
Considering-
vacation.
Considering this week he's telling them he can't pay them for the work they've already done.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pay him while he's not working.
Yeah,
on, Aaron.
that's not gonna happen.
Somebody had to
Americans don't
cover
get paid.
bail, man. I mean, come on. $7,500.
I go to other states and I travel to other places, which I won't be doing.
Because he's
Because
got
I can't.
felony charges.
Because
Felony
I'm a
charges.
criminal. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, crime is fun, right?
I'm not like, oh yeah, I should really work while I'm out there. No. G. Coquina says Corolla would talk for hours about racing, and not one fan wanted to hear that. He keep firing co-hosts for his own boring shit. Well, you have to find the co-host that complements your boring shit. It's the show that you want to do.
Makes sense.
Oh, we got
Another
stung by an
advert.
ad.
Oh, we are
We got
lucky.
stung by an ad. Oh no. All right,
All
well
my
that's
friends
it.
are talking about this show.
Yeah,
I'm not
steel
playing
toe.
anymore.
Done.
No,
Oh,
with
God.
my lost interest because you've got so many ads in your clips. That was it. That's all.
You're
we're
too
playing
popular.
about.
You're too popular. My lost
Yeah.
interest.
You got too many clips. No, but yeah, I love that like Johnny, he doesn't give the slightest fuck about you, and he keeps sending these passive aggressive messages to you. Walk, dude. You'll get a good payday when you walk. You'll get a good payday because a bunch of people will come over to your show and send you some money just to go, well done for walking out on Aaron.
When he
then,
walks,
yeah.
that's a bit harsh.
when he
I wonder
walks, yeah, well,
When he
you know.
walks, come on. When
Wonder
you
what
crawl,
Ja-
when you crawl away from that show, you will make a bomb. So
What-
drag
what-
yourself off that stage.
What is Johnny's benefits package going to look like when he's out of there?
Oh God.
Do you know what? The day that Mersh made Johnny cry, I think Johnny deliberately kicked the cable out of the wall that day. Just
Funny as
because
well.
he was like, fuck you, Aaron.
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep like making fun of me and just trying to hit your goal. But no, the other week when he said what did he say? Oh, I don't get paid, and he stopped himself. But I think Johnny was about to say, I don't get paid if Aaron doesn't hit the goal. And then he stopped himself because he thought, I'll be in big trouble if I say that.
I'll lose my potential paycheck that I might get if I say that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The fact that like
bonus.
the fact that they're not getting paid for days now, because like if Aaron doesn't hit the goal today, like it doesn't like that doesn't get affected for a little bit. Like
that's not coming in tomorrow. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like especially YouTube super chats, they're not coming in for 6 weeks or whatever. Like you get somebody in to do a job, like you pay them to do that job, and then that's how running a business works. Like you don't get like a business doesn't get paid on the day the job gets done, but the employee does.
Yeah,
that's how business works.
To be fair though, Aussie guy, poorly run, shitty little half-ass businesses do sometimes run like that, and I think you might have exposed Aaron for what he truly is, which is an amateur hack.
Absolute amateur. Well, he talks about like they run on a shoestring budget. Like, yeah, you do. Like if the shoestring is like a no string, like there's nothing. He's got those like 1996 massive monitors. Sorry, TVs as monitors. Like he does nothing. He's not upgraded cameras. Like anything I doubt. Well, what he just recently bought a new hard drive because the hard drive crashed, but
got it discounted from the Shuli network.
No money's been reinvested in the in the setup.
Yeah, he never invests in the show other than I'll give Johnny a few bucks and Matt a few bucks. You know, it's
and I'll buy my wife a car at the time. Yeah.
But yeah, mostly I think what we've gleaned from this week is he is out of his mind. The fact that you're trying to talk going to jail and having a bail hearing, the fact that you're trying to turn that into a win is mind-boggling. Like, there's no wins and losses here, Aaron. Stop talking about wins and losses. You either have a good show or you don't, you know?
Yeah.
And apparently today we're having a decent show because there's way more viewers than we've ever had before, and that includes Tukey. So,
wow.
You know, but not a single dime.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Make sure you go follow me, Echo Pineapple with a free. Thanks.
And please say
and also
say a prayer
sorry.
for Robbie. Say a prayer for Robbie too, because
R.I.P. Ear. Good luck.
I will
Robbie.
say though, not a single dime donated by any of these.
Yeah, you selfish fucks. Get your money out.
It's Sunday after all.
Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal.
So Horatio McAllister, good point. If SteelToe is a corporation, then so is every person being on. That was one thing I was going to bring up, like because Aaron talks about how we're like people that dislike Aaron or make fun of Aaron. We're all on the internet all the time. That's the life we live. This is a guy that streams for a minimum 4 hours a day, 3 days a week.
For a living.
Yes. Well, this is what I'm getting to. 3 days a week at 6 hours a day. And he would argue that's his job. But as Horatio says, so is a homeless man that says, "Oh, shit myself for money." Like
you could be generous, say he's a busker at best.
Yes. Yeah. And even they
entertain. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah.
Even they continue to play their guitar. They don't stand there and go,
"Give me your money. I need another fiver."
The goal is $200 just while I play this. The goal is $200 if you guys could chuck some money in. Like, they at least try to continue to entertain, or the homeless just look pathetic. Anyway, it's disgraceful. He's disgusting. Pretty antisocials here.
Oh yeah, they've been.
Eccles, what's your handle? What's
your handle?
It's not just Eccles, thank you. It's mine as well. In fact, it was my idea.
Yeah, Aussie guy invented YouTube show, so it was his idea. So make sure you go follow.
The show itself was my idea, and you know it. Don't be a cocksucker.
It's such a good idea as well. It will be. It will be great.
One day it'll be a good show.
I mean, it's a good show already. Go watch it.
Yeah,
Shit.
Go. Damn it! Fuck. No, it was good fun. All right, that's it. That's it for this week. I've got to go to bed and all that, So we'll wrap the show up. We'll get Josh out of the way first because he doesn't plug anything, but we'll put him on. I mean, and Josh hasn't said a whole lot throughout this episode.
Sorry, Josh.
I've hogged the airwaves, but Josh, what have you got to plug?
You can catch me at NJHunt02 on X, or you can find me here in Cincinnati trimming on the east side. That's trimming with wood.
That made it sound better. Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it was good. Echo, what you got going on, bro?
Yeah, so I have got my YouTube channel, Echo Pineapple with a 3. I've got my Twitter, Echo Pineapple with an E. I have got Pint Double Pint at 2:30 Eastern today. If you go back in time at 8:45 Eastern, you have got What's Your Handle with the Aussie guy who invented the internet. He took that over from Lemmy. I've got 5 and 5. I've got 3 for 30. Go to my channel. I've got so much fucking shit. It's unbelievable. And some of it is decent.
You should get Clay Dabbler to do the promo for 3 for 30 because he says 3 free. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a word with him. I'll see what I can do. Good idea.
You're having a good hair day too, Echo. The hair's looking good.
Yeah,
thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go. Like it.
Sassy.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much to all the people who have tuned in today. We appreciate it. It's always great to see new faces and the pretty antisocial ladies who are crushing it. Love you guys. Keep up the great work. We love you. We love you.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies.
They are great.
Yeah,
they are great.
They are
do you want
great.
me to teach how to make someone a moderator or not? Because you can only do it whilst you're live, I think. Have you got your YouTube? Have you got your YouTube?
No. We'll do it next time.
Oh, fuck me. All right, we'll do it next time. Sorry, Dayla. Otherwise, you could drop those links. We'll sort you.
Yeah, Dayla. I'll sort you out. I'll make that my next thing that we're doing.
I'll help you.
Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. YouTube.com/getmygo. Always like to plug that. That's one of the best things I've ever been involved in until this stuff. So check out Get My Go. We make fun of jerks, and it's like all of this stuff in the Dabbleverse. Also, ProWrestlingTees.com. Excuse me, ProWrestlingTees.com/Mike Durbin. You can get that Sussy Guy t-shirt because on Twitter I am at that Sussy Guy. Just imagine that Aussie guy and put an S where the A should be. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you, OJ, for bumping the show. Apparently, that might have been OJ when he left. Apparently,
thanks, OJ. Thank you, appreciate it, OJ. Yeah, that'll be why we got the extra numbers today.
That makes sense. Fuck.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Thanks, OJ. I thought we were doing a good show.
Nope.
Nah, it was just OJ. Oh well, appreciate it, OJ. He's a good egg. We'll catch you next time on United States of Australia.
That's how we like our pineapples.